Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Dana. I live on an extremely tight income. I have 2 children. I'm a pharmacy tech, and I budget every single day because I gotta try to make ends meet somehow. So, thank you for coming in. I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, it has been a journey. I actually got back from my move. Yeah, so this is an update, closing out budget for my move. But I did get back from my move on the 2nd. I got in at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had a 9 o'clock shift. It was insane. This whole journey was insane, but it was kind of worth it. It kind of sucks because they still charged me, and now I am in the middle of a fight with my bank and with them to reimburse me. But well, they charged me for the storage unit, sorry. I don't know if I just said that, but they charged me for the storage unit for the month of June, and they're not answering their phones, and it's just been crazy. And I've been working every single day, so today is Thursday, and yeah, I have finally a day off. I finally have a day off. My mind is just scattered. I feel like I'm living in an episode of Hoarders. Like, it is disgusting and it's horrible, but I have a storage unit full of stuff, or I maybe should say a trailer, a 5x10 trailer of stuff just sitting in my already cramped tiny apartment, and I don't know what to do, and I can't move. So, everything is just insane. But with that being said, I am ready. I am so ready to close out this budget. Alright, so, my budget for moving, I wrote all of this stuff down. This is how much it cost me. I put everything down except for the envelopes. I know what is in the envelopes. I just have to write it down, but I'm going to count it out with you to see how much I did save. But guys, I was not completely negative, but my numbers were wrong on some stuff. So I'll try to explain some of it while I go through it with you as well. And yes, this is a beautiful purple towel, if you're wondering, that I'm on. But I can't even get to my dining table, so I made a table so that I could film this. So you're welcome. No, I'm just kidding. But let's get into it. So for gas, I have budgeted. I'm gonna bring you down a little bit, guys. Sorry, it's shaky. Oh, and I went to Best Buy to try to figure out if I could get a microphone to stop that like clicking sound, and apparently I can't. So I don't really know what to do. I guess I have to send it to Canon and try to see if they could fix it, but that's gonna be like 3 to 4 weeks. So I wanted to just get this done. So for my move it was from Colorado to where I am right now, which is Rhode Island. I just wrote that there. I did drive from Rhode Island to there, unpack my storage unit, which took me days, guys. I didn't get to do anything because I was in that storage unit packing everything. It ended up it was crazy. So I picked up everything in Colorado, brought it back to where I am in Rhode Island. So for my gas budget, I have budgeted $760, and I was wrong. So you know how they decided to hack the gas industry and all the gas prices skyrocketed? That happened about 3 days before my trip. So yeah, I got hit pretty hard. So driving from Rhode Island to Colorado cost me $534.08, and driving back with the trailer cost me $630.30, and it ended up being, sorry, I feel like I'm making this shake, but it ended up being $1,164.38. So I was completely over on that with the hotel. I ended up doing a budget of $720, and it ended up costing me $736.53, and I ended up getting screwed out of a hotel night. I booked through my job with like this tickets to work type thing where they help you find like the cheapest thing. The dates somehow got messed up, so when I ended up going to Denver for the first night, I wanted to take my daughter to the museum, and unfortunately it was closed because of COVID. But we ended up arriving and they were like, we don't have your reservation, it's for tomorrow. And so I was like, it needs to be fixed, and they basically said it's non-refundable, there's nothing we could do about it, you're out $100. So I had to pay for a room in Denver that night, and it was a horrible room. Like, I stayed at Days Inn on Colfax, and I don't recommend it at all. It ended up, we parked in this tiny parking lot. People were backing up into other cars because they couldn't get out of it. People were living in the parking lot. There was a car and it had like multiple flat tires. They were just living in the hotel. There was homeless everywhere. And I have nothing against the homeless because I have been homeless, and I was homeless with kids, and it's not a good thing. But they kept approaching my son, because my son is actually 17 and he looks like he's older, so they kept approaching him and being like, can I have money, can you give me money, can you help me? And like, we couldn't even get a couple feet from the car or the truck that we had rented to the actual hotel door without multiple people approaching us, asking us for money. Like, it was crazy. I did end up giving one guy money because he was the only one that didn't really approach my kid. So I was like, here's a very cold drink. Sorry, I'm like losing my voice. But I was like, here's a very cold drink, here's some money, and I just ended up giving it to him. I don't really remember which envelope it came out of, but I gave him about $6 in cash, whatever, you know. I understand, but he was able to at least get something to eat. There's like a 7-Eleven over there and stuff, but the point is that Denver is not how I left it in 2019. It's pretty bad, and I don't know if I want to go back to Denver ever again until they clean that up. There was trash everywhere. We had a truck, and the truck had like the bed of the truck basically, but the trash was so bad in Denver that the wind was picking up and it was actually dumping trash in the back of the bed, and it was just, I don't recommend it. Not right now anyway, not until like it gets fixed. But so that happened. We ended up not using the night that we were staying in the hotel that we had paid for, only because, like I said, the museum was closed. My daughter wanted to go to the Molly Brown Museum, and it was closed, so we couldn't go. And then just with like all the homeless people hanging out in the parking lot, and you know, all the accidents that were happening. We've seen 2 accidents in the parking lot because people don't know how to drive. We were just like, we're not staying, and we lost that money. Headed up to where I used to live, was in actually a place called Rifle, Colorado. It's by Glenwood Springs. It's like a very small town, but it's getting very populated quickly because everybody's moving there. This ended up costing me an extra night for the hotel there. So that was crazy. They ended up running out of rooms. So I ended up staying with my bestie Jen, thank you so much, but we ended up staying with her for like 2 nights afterward because my trip got extended due to the dam closing and everything being Memorial Day, so everything was like crazy. But when we drove from when we drove from Rhode Island to Colorado, we ended up sleeping in the car because I couldn't afford hotels because gas was just insane. And so we slept in the car for 2 nights going down that way. It was like 2.5 drive. Then it was a 3-night drive coming back, and we slept in the car the whole entire way because I had no money after that. So, and that was a mess, but and it was still over budget. So I I don't know. For food, we ended up spending I budgeted $360 and we ended up spending $439. Now we did really good, and then coming home I was extremely stressed, and we stopped at Ohio, like that biggest truck stop in the world. I can't remember the name of it, but I took a video of it. But it actually had like a really good a good restaurant in there that I heard really good things about. So we ate in the restaurant, and I had to put this on my credit card. I did go over budget by a lot. For tolls, I had budgeted $600, and tolls actually didn't cost that much. I had put $300 in my sinking funds, and I just basically used that because the other $600 I put toward my gas because I needed money. For the car, I had budgeted $800. Now it ended up costing me $981, and 98 of that was because I had to get it for another day, because my trip, like I said, ended up going sideways and all over the place, and we didn't arrive until later, so I couldn't drop the car off when I needed to. But it was $981. Now they had dropped the ball on me because I was supposed to pick up my rental car on Friday at 3 o'clock, and then they found out, I guess early that morning, that the truck that they were giving me was not actually road ready and would not be approved for travel. And so they actually had to call everywhere in the state of Rhode Island and Mass to try to get me a truck. I had to wait till after 5. They closed at 5, but I had to wait till after 5 o'clock for some guy to bring back the truck that he had rented. They basically sprayed the truck down, and they gave me the truck. They gave it to me with a full tank of gas, said that there was no gas in there. When I brought it back, didn't have to worry about like putting more gas in it, which was good and worked out in my favor with gas prices, because it was $100 every single time we put gas in the car. It was also worked out in my favor because it was $29.99 a day for towing, and they waived that fee for me because they completely messed up my reservation that they had for months. If that wouldn't have happened, this wouldn't have ever been affordable to me, because it was just insane. I would not be able to afford that. But I spent $981 for the trailer. The trailer, now I had budgeted $600 because that's what U-Haul had quoted me. It ended up costing me more, and I had to buy a $40 hitch. So it ended up being $688.35 for the trailer. For extra, I had budgeted $400, and again, I basically used this toward gas and everything else. I had $100 that I had in my extra envelope, and I used that. So with all of this being said and done, I had budgeted $4,240, and it cost me way more than that. So one of the extra costs that ended up happening, I hope you can see this, let me turn it this way. One of the extra costs that ended up happening was $150 I got charged for the storage unit. For Enterprise, they charged me for tolls, which I understand, but it just came off my credit card. When you drive in certain areas, like New York, they did a toll by plate, and then some place in Denver, because we ended up getting lost, and my GPS was like, get on this highway, and you're just like, okay, and then the next thing you know is you read a sign and it says, oh, well, you're on this highway, we're charging you. So it ended up being $16.65 for tolls that came off my Enterprise car and was charged to my credit card. For the travel bag that I had ended up buying, because I could not for the life of me figure out where my my travel suitcase duffel bag type thing was, and it ended up being in the storage unit. That's why I could not find it in my house. But I ended up buying this one from Walmart, and it was $25. That is going to be in a haul video. For Dollar Tree. I ran in last minute and I got like a visor for the back window. I bought a couple of things that we needed for the car. My kids needed like clipboards so that they can like do some of their schooling on and stuff like that, and that ended up costing me $10.70. And then my daughter was being like really good and she gets really sick in the car, so I ended up buying her like a little stuffed animal from Walgreens when I was at work one day, and that was $5.45. So my total ended up being $4,217.99. So it looks like I'm still in budget, but you can remember all of this, so we'll get there. I know that you can see all this stuff because you have eyes. But yeah, we'll get there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump over here. So I had budgeted for my cash envelopes before I had gone on the trip, and I just threw money in there, and then I ended up spending some of the money. So I ended up spending a total of $150 from the cash envelopes before I left, and then I added more into it. So this is just some more added expenses. But the car, I put $88 in there for the house supplies, which is basically like if I needed paper plates, stuff like that. I ended up spending $27. And then for health, I bought toiletries and like soap and stuff like that, and ended up being about $40. So we are gonna go ahead and get into these cash envelopes now. And here is my binder. I might actually switch out one of my binders. I'm gonna move you guys up. Let's see, hopefully you can see that. I'm sitting actually to the side right now. I'm gonna move you. There we go. So I'm at like a really weird angle, guys, but this was my moving thing. I no longer have that, so I'm probably gonna use that for something else. But I tried to write down like stuff I was spending, so everything that I could remember to write down, I had wrote down during the trip. So that's how I ended up with the estimates that I have. But look at my pretty envelopes. I love these. I love that I made these. I might actually use these. So for moving supplies, I have 10 and 11 bucks. I had budgeted 16, so I have $11 left. Just put this in here. For safety, remember I wanted to get a taser. My bestie, she actually gave me one. So I had budgeted a total of $40, and I have 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40 left. For, just gonna stick this right in here because I am keeping track of this. For extra, I have nothing in here. And guys, do you know what else I did? You know what I did? You will not guess what I did. Well, you might, but I actually just ran into the DMV one day when I was there, and I registered my car. So, you know how my car has been legal, or should I say illegal, and I've been driving it because they were like, yeah, your transmission is about to go, and so you shouldn't even register this car. You should just get rid of it, and it's gonna cost about $7 grand to build your transmission, and you also need about $4,000 worth of work on top of that, and you need to register this car because you're driving it illegally. Yeah, so my car is still working. I don't know what is going on. It's just like being powered by God, I swear, because like my car is still, they told me that in October, and they were like that in order to register a car in Rhode Island, you actually have to pass like an inspection, and my car won't pass it because I need so much work, including in transmission. But I ended up just registering my car out there. They let me do it. I told them that I was moving. They were like, okay, well, move, you know, do what you gotta do, register your car in Rhode Island when you get there, which I will. I will eventually. But as of right now, my car is finally legal once again. So I did spend that money. Maybe I should put that in here. That was the $175 I did. You know what? I'm gonna add this because I ended up spending $175 for this. I'm just gonna subtract this. Look, now I'm making it messy, and it was so pretty before. I don't know why I didn't think to include this. But I have $276.01. Okay, so my extra envelope has nothing in it because I registered my car. So, yay, guys. But I did, like, for the extra, I did use it for other things other than to register my car. But I had used some of the money for that. For the phone, I had budgeted $100. So $100, and I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 86, and $87 left. Alright, so for the dump, guys, I went to the dump 4 times. 4 times. I had so much stuff. I had to throw away so much stuff. It was overwhelming and heartbreaking, and oh my god. But yeah, 4 times, guys. 4 times. So with that being said, I had budgeted $100, and I have 20, 40, 60, 61, 62, and $63 left. For laundry, it's just like a little thing down there, but for laundry, I had budgeted $20, and you know what? My nasty butt wore the same clothes like constantly, and I did not do any laundry. And it was because I literally bought all these clothes because I was like, I'm gonna take my kids here, and we're gonna go eat here, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. And I spent from 8 a.m. until about 9:30 at night, when we finally lost all the sun, in that storage unit for 4.5 days, basically 5 days. Yeah, it was insane. It was insane, and it was hot, and I just was so like done. I showered, but you know what I mean. I was like, I'm not gonna ruin my good clothes, so that way I can go sit and sweat in this disgusting little area full of dirt and nastiness. But I had budgeted $20, and I had 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and $20 left. So woo-hoo. For entertainment, again, I never got to do anything. I budgeted $128, it says. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, and $28 left. For car needs, I used some of the money on things that I did need, but I ended up using the majority of it to register the car, like I said. So this has $0 in there. For house, for the plates and stuff, I had budgeted, it looks like $18, and I have 5 and 10 left. For health, I had budgeted, it says $10, and I have 1, 2, and 3 left. And now, when we were there, my daughter didn't listen, and she ended up not putting sunscreen on, and she got burnt. She got a sunburn, and I had to go and buy her aloe. And then with me, I think it's because I was like extremely nervous or something, but I ended up actually having to like get really like good medicated chapstick, because I was like, I don't even know, like my top lip was like so chapped and it was burning and it kept peeling, and I'm pretty sure it's because I was stressed. But I ended up using that money, which I didn't even think I was going to use. Alright, the next one is going to be tolls. And this one I left with 300. So it says that I have 300 here. I know that I budgeted 600 up there, but if you've seen my my last video, then you know that 300 I was going to take with me. Once I got down there, I was going to take the other 300 out, and I was going to, I just had a brain fart, sorry. I took 300, I was going to take $300 out and then use that for the way back, but I ended up again using the money for gas. So I kept it in my account and I never took it out. So I still have 100 and 200 left. I don't know why I put this over. Oops, why that's over there, but I have $200 left. And then I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. So I have $222. And then for my food, we know, I spent a lot of food. A lot. And I actually brought food with me, and I cooked in the hotel, and yeah. But I have $0 left. There is like some change. I ended up bringing all that change with me, and I'm not really sure where it is right now, because again, living in an episode of Hoarders. But for the change, I try to use it as much as possible, but I also did have a yard sale, and with that yard sale, a lot of people did pay and change, so I'm not sure how much is in there. I might do a video just counting the change, like just a really quick one, but as of right now, I'm just going to leave all of that in there, because it was either thrown in here or it was thrown somewhere else. But guys, my envelope is now empty. My binder, moving binder. So I think I'm gonna use this again, just because like maybe it could be my dream envelope, or you know, stuff like that. But I will figure it out. But let me go ahead and count this really quickly, okay? So let's do this really quickly, and I have a calculator because yeah, I need one. Alright, so I have 100 and 200. Again, I'm sorry, I'm like, I'm hitting this, I'm at like a really weird angle. But that's, you improvise. So I have 200, and then I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, so 260. And yes, Jen, that is you. And I just wanted to say hi because I love you. So 260. And I have 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 and 10s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 33, 34. So I have $584. Woohoo, guys. Now, it sucks because, like I said, I had to use my credit card, and I had to, almost bounce my account. We're not going to talk about that. But I have $584, guys. Alright, guys, so, ta-da! These are going to be my ending numbers. Are you ready? So, for budgeted, I have budgeted, if you remember up here, my initial budget was $4,240. And then over here, for my cash envelopes, I have budgeted $1,328. and my total budgeted amount was $568. So $5,568. Okay, I had spent, let me just go over and do this one real quick. I calculated everything and then I forgot about the move. Or not the move, the registration for the car. So I had spent initially $5,116 plus $175, which is a total of $5,291. I spent a total of, or I saved a total of $277. Is how much I had saved initially. Half of this money, if I wouldn't have gotten paid that day, or the day before, I should actually say, I would have been so screwed. Like, so screwed with bouncing checks and everything else. But I do have this cash envelope, so all of this cash envelope savings that I have right here, I am actually going to put this forward. I'm going to use this money and I'm going to go stuff a whole bunch of stuff. Alright guys, so go ahead and stay tuned, and thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Like, I honestly was not sure if I was going to be able to make it, guys. I didn't think my kids were going to make it. I thought I was going to kill one of them in the process. But I was able to do it, guys, and I am so excited, and I'm so grateful that you guys were wishing me well, and that you're coming on this journey with me, and that we saved, we came, we seen, we conquered. Like, yeah, totally. We totally did this. So, thank you. Thank you so much for being with me for all of this. And if you are here to the end, like, just know that you guys mean so much to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alright guys, I hope that you guys have a really good day, okay? Have a really good day. Bye.